Hi, YouTube.
Hey YouTube friends and family, it's your boy GB Reviews, and today we're gonna do something different. We're gonna take our Home Chef meals that we normally get, we're gonna take some of the ingredients from Home Chef, and we're gonna pair them with one of our other kind of services that we've been using, D'Artagnan, and we are going to make something similar but new. We are going to take a spin on what the dish that they sent us, and we're gonna spice up a little bit, make it a little bit more exotic, and see what we come up with. I'm gonna walk you through the steps. I'll show you everything. This time I'm even going to let you see the prep, just how I prep everything. And we're gonna have a great meal. This meal should take somewhere between 25 and 40 minutes to prepare, depending on how you do it. I'm gonna give you some options as we go along the way to make it a little bit healthier. But for the most part, basic ingredients from Home Chef, added some ingredients from D'Artagnan, and then we're gonna go through the ingredients just so you can see what we have, and we're gonna have something great. So with that, let's get into the ingredients first, just so you can see what I'm working with, and then I'll tell you which ingredients are from Home Chef and which ingredients are for D'Artagnan. I'll tell you the amounts, and then I'll go through the steps of how we're gonna prep everything and get ready to cook our Chipotle lime duck sandwiches. All right, let's get at it. The ingredients that we're using today from Home Chef is we're using 2 brioche buns, we're using 2 russet potatoes, 1 shallot, a lime, 1 red bell pepper, some light plain cream cheese. We're using Chipotle Seasoning. We're gonna use Fajita Seasoning. We have some shredded cheddar cheese, and we're gonna supplement this with some Cheddar-Jack as well. And then from D'Artagnan, as you can see here, we have 2 8-ounce duck breasts. That's all you need. Oh, and then for some of the special things that we're doing today, I have some duck fat that I collected because we're gonna make some duck fat fries today. But other than that, like I said, it's pretty easy. The ingredients that came from Home Chef, the ingredients from D'Artagnan, and we substituted out the cheesesteak, and we're gonna follow. We're gonna roughly follow the card that they gave us, which is the Chipotle lime cheesesteak, but we got rid of cheesesteak for this month because I gave up beef for Lent, so that's why we're supplementing duck. And it's also something that I think you'll like. Duck meat is amazing. Duck breast, amazing in sandwiches. Anyway, let's get at the steps, and then we can talk you through everything, and then you can watch me do everything. Some things we'll do on high speed, some things we'll do at regular speed, so I can talk you through it. But other than that, let's go. So we basically have 5 easy steps for this meal, so you can see me a little bit. We have 5 easy steps for this meal. If you are deciding that you want to bake your fries instead of using duck fat or some other type of oil to cook your fries in, you want to preheat your oven to 425 because we can bake them, or you can lightly dust them with olive oil and bake them, putting your seasoning on top. That takes a little bit longer. It takes 12 minutes on each side to bake them in the oven, but they are a healthy option. What we're gonna do is we're actually gonna cook our fries in duck fat. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna cut the potatoes into 1/4 strips, just like fries, and we're gonna pat them dry, and we're gonna prepare them by tossing them in a fajita duck fat mix, and we're gonna use a little bit of duck fat to cook them in as well, but we're gonna mix them in a bowl. We're gonna just put them in there with the fajita sauce, some salt and pepper, and we're gonna shake them up, and then we're gonna cook them on the stove. You'll see me do that. I'll do the high speed, no problem. So step 1, prepare your fries. We could theoretically do it last just because everything is quick now, but we're gonna do it first. The second step that we're gonna do is that we're going to prep all of our other ingredients. So we need to cut up our bell peppers. We're gonna peel our shallot, and then we're gonna thinly slice our shallot that's here. So we're gonna peel it and then thinly slice it. Then we're going to, because we're gonna put this on the sandwich, we're gonna cut up our bell peppers. You wanna cut it in half, you can leave it in rings. We're gonna cook that on the stove. And then you wanna cut this into wedges. So you wanna cut this into 1/4-inch wedges, but you want to make sure you get some of the juice from this because we need to use lime juice for our sandwich at the end. Third step is we're gonna start our filling for the sandwich. So again, in the pan, we're gonna medium roast the bell peppers with a little bit of olive oil. We're not gonna use duck fat this time, we're gonna use olive oil, a little bit of olive oil, and 1 teaspoon of olive oil actually. And then we're gonna cook the bell pepper and the shallots in there about 2 to 3 minutes until the bell pepper and the shallots are tender. Then we'll remove that from the heat. In our same pan that we just cooked that stuff in, we are going to put it on medium-high heat, and you're gonna start cooking your duck. Duck doesn't take very long to cook. You don't have to add any oil to the pan. You wanna start the skin side down. So the side that still has the skin on it, you wanna start that with the skin side down. As it's cooking, you cook it about 2 to 3 minutes. You'll notice that it'll start to render some oil or some duck fat. You wanna get that duck fat off. You can just pour it out of your pan slightly, or you can do it with a spoon. And then it's always good to keep because then you can cook with it. But the duck has a lot of oil in the skin, and so it'll cook down very nice. So you do it 2 to 3 minutes, scoop off some oil, do it another 2 to 3 minutes, scoop off some oil. And then once you have a nice kind of sear on the bottom, then we're gonna flip it, and we're gonna do it from 5 minutes on the breast side. Now, the important part about the duck breast, depending on what duck breast you use, they may be thick. So I'm gonna show you the ones I have. They're fairly thick, and so when you're cooking that, you wanna make sure that it's thoroughly cooked. And so you'll use, if you have one, a food thermometer. If not, you should be able to tell by just poking in it, and you'll be able to, or you can cut into it. You don't want the duck meat to be this color, pink, or pinkish. It should be more of a dark color. If you've ever had liver or anything like that, it should be like a darker purplish color. That will let you know that the duck meat is cooked and it's nice and tender. And then finally, the last step once we make the duck is we're gonna make the cheese sauce for the finish. So we're gonna place in a small pot. So you can skip this step or you can modify this step, but in a small pot over medium heat, you're gonna add half a cup of water, the cream cheese, and a pinch of salt, half of the Chipotle seasoning, which is here, half of this Chipotle seasoning, and then you're gonna bring it to a consistent simmer, right? So you got it and it's simmering and you mixed everything in. Now once that's simmering, you wanna remove it from the burner and you just wanna pour in your pepper jack cheese until it's nice and creamy. And then we're gonna add the Chipotle, a little bit more Chipotle seasoning to taste. Now, the other thing I would say is if you like hot, that's when you can add your hot pepper into that cheese sauce. And the sauce is gonna thicken immediately. So you wanna make sure all your other things are done, right? Because the cheese sauce is going to thicken immediately. While I'm making this cheese sauce, because I'm using shredded cheese, I'm also gonna throw on some pepper jack cheese, because this is just Cheddar-Jack, but I'm gonna throw in some pepper jack just to give it a little bit more spice. Like I said, I'm gonna go through everything high speed. You'll see me putting everything together. This is really one of the beauties of Home Chef. They give you all the really nice ingredients, and D'Artagnan, which is a meat service where you can order like different types of game and exotic meats, but you can also order regular meats from there too. It allows you to marry these two wonderful services together to create something new. So with that, high speed, we're gonna cut up our potatoes, we're gonna cut up our bell peppers, and then we'll start cooking stuff. All right. So for our next step, like I said, we're gonna do the potatoes next. I put a little bit of duck fat on there already. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take salt and pepper and some of the fajita seasoning, and we're gonna mix it all together. So we're gonna do the fajita seasoning, like I said. I actually had to go get some cayenne pepper because I want my fries to be hot. So we're gonna, you just basically, the reason I'm letting you watch this because I want you to see how I do it. You just wanna make sure you shake it in here because we're gonna mix it up in this bowl anyway. You don't need that much salt and pepper because the fajita seasoning is going to be slightly salty. So you just shake a pinch of salt because we're going to mix it up in the bowl. We're going to just mix it in the bowl like this. And then you want to make sure you have pepper in here too. You can be generous with the pepper and with the cayenne. It depends on how hot you like it, but if you don't like it too hot, then don't put too much cayenne. I like it fairly hot. I cut my potatoes like this because I want them like this, but you can cut them into like fry strips. And then you want to make sure you go through and just make sure they're pretty separated. And then we're gonna just shake them up. You can take your hand, you can mix them up. It's pretty straightforward, but I just wanted to make sure you actually got a chance to see this. And then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna move over to the stove, and then we're gonna cook these. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna mix it up again. We're gonna cook our duck first because I want to use some of the duck fat. I have duck fat, but I want more duck fat just to make sure I have enough to fully cook my fries, and then we'll finish up everything else. So, all right, let's move to the stove. All right, YouTube family, we're done. The duck burger came out well. We're gonna cut it in half. We're gonna taste it. The duck fries came out well. And like I said, it's a good spin on ingredients that you're getting from Home Chef, ingredients that you're getting from D'Artagnan, and you can blend them. But this just shows you that you can blend any of your ingredients that you get from anywhere and make something that's actually nice, appetizing, and also aesthetically pleasing. So we're gonna cut this because I don't think I can eat this thing the way it is. It's just too massive. As I was telling you about the duck, when the duck meat is cooked, it looks like that on the inside. It looks like a burger actually. And so we're gonna kill this and see. So like I said, the whole process took about 20-25 minutes. The duck fat fries, what I would say from the video you saw me high speed it, I'd put less fries in there just because it took longer to cook. If you've never had duck fat fries, they are probably the most decadent, but also probably one of the most delicious things ever. So I would say you should definitely make them. But the fries came out well. The taste is great, and they're a little spicy because I spiced them up. And now we're gonna go. Now, probably what I would recommend doing is tearing out some of the brioche. It's just really thick. The pepper jack sauce that we made, or the chili jack sauce, and then we put pepper jack on top, came out well. Again, sometimes you just go over the top, but let's taste it and see how it all came together. That's amazing. If you want to give up beef, like I did for Lent, get on duck. Duck is a good burger substitute. Look at that. Doesn't it look like a burger? Tell me that doesn't look like a burger. It even tastes like a burger. Duck meat is just amazing. It's versatile. I love it. With that, I'm gonna get out of here. Please look at my links below so you can see the D'Artagnan site and the Home Chef site if you want to order from them. But also, please hit the like button for the algorithm. Please hit the notification bell so you can see next time I put out new meals. I'd also want to say thank you for rocking with me. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. We do different things, food, electronics, cars, whatever. Sometimes we do some education stuff too. And then I would say finally, hit in the comments below, what would you like me to review or do or cook? Because I'll do whatever. I'll cook whatever. And with that, it's your boy GB Reviews. Please subscribe and like below.
Subscribe right below.